Lieutenant, my orders were perfectly clear. Eliminate Krell's cyborgs.
With all due respect, General, I could not obey those orders.
My orders are not polite suggestions, Lieutenant. You don't choose to follow them. You follow them. Lieutenant, when you are on a mission, you listen to my orders. Then your brain, then your heart, in that order. There's no room for sentiment in our line of work. There should be similarly little room for it in you, or we're doomed to fail.
If we're heartless, what separates us from the Empire?
We are heartless so that the people of the Republic don't have to be, Lieutenant. So that the Republic does not become the Empire. Always remember that. Return to my office now. We need to discuss your next assignment. Garza out. Ah, Lieutenant. I trust no more needs to be said about your work against the Migrant Merchants Guild. Let's move on to your next target, the Black Sun, a powerful organization composed of Coruscant's most violent criminals. Black Sun has a wide network of sources providing them with the deadliest weaponry available, including a powerful nerve agent that they're selling to Tavis in bulk.
I can't believe these groups are operating on the capital of the Republic.
Coruscant hasn't been the same since the Empire's attack, just before the treaty. I suppose we're fortunate that things aren't worse. A Spec Force Sergeant Jaxo has carried out some advanced reconnaissance of Black Sun's headquarters. You'll rendezvous with her for a detailed plan of attack. We can't risk any of this nerve gas falling into Tavis's hands, Lieutenant. Use all necessary force. Dismissed.
Oh, you're the new Havoc CO. Must be my lucky day. I'm Jaxo. It's a real pleasure to meet you.
Working with a beautiful woman on a dangerous mission? I'd say it's my lucky day.
You want to focus, sir? We've got a job to do here, remember?
Nothing says your boss can't have a little fun, Sergeant. Let's get those op details out of the way. Your highly enviable task is to destroy a cache of nerve gas canisters that the Black Sun Syndicate is shipping to Tavis. The gas is called Traitors. Scary stuff. One canister can cover a square kilometer, with 100% fatality inside of 10 minutes.
Can't say I'm too excited about being near this stuff.
No joke. Volunteers aren't exactly lining up for the pleasure. Lucky for us, it's pretty easy to neutralize Traitors, at least while it's still in the canisters. The compound in this bottle renders Traitors completely inert on contact. Just plug it into the canisters inside the Black Sun base, and the whole batch is history.
That sounds easy enough.
Yeah, but you'll have to shoot your way past Black Sun's toughest enforcers to do it. You also have another objective. A few hours ago, a bright red case was moved into the Black Sun space under heavy guard. If whatever's inside that case is valuable to Black Sun, it's bad news for us. So your job will be to find the case and bring me its contents.
I just can't say no to you, Jaxo.
Well, I'll have to keep that in mind. One last detail. Black Sun has signal jammers throughout their base, so General Garza won't know to send help if you get in over your head.
This constant surveillance was getting on my nerves anyway.
You should enjoy it while you can. I never get that kind of support on my ops. Once you've taken care of the Traitors canisters and nabbed whatever's inside that red case, be sure to meet me back here to confirm the mission results. Good luck, Lieutenant. Hey, you're back. Was the op a success? Were you able to neutralize the Traitors?
I can't believe they wasted my time on a mission like this.
Well, I hope you don't feel like the whole thing was a waste of time. How about that red case? Were you able to grab whatever was inside?
Here you go. A big, dangerous present from the Black Sun.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Looks like some kind of high-tech prototype blaster. You definitely know how to shop for a lady. I'll take it back to headquarters for analysis. Maybe we can find out where Black Sun is getting their weapons. Looks like we're all done here. It's been a blast, Lieutenant. I hope we get to work together again sometime.
I'll be sure to put your name forward the next time I need backup.
Sounds good to me. See you later.
In, Lieutenant. This is General Garza. A situation has developed with the Senate, and I need your help.
You're on your own, General.
I'm afraid your help is mandatory. Despite my best efforts, 3 members of the Senate Defense Committee have learned about Havoc Squad's defection, and they want to know the specifics. It's an informal inquiry for the time being, but you can bet it won't end there. I hate politics.
The Senate represents the people. It's our duty to aid them.
That's all well and good, Lieutenant, but every moment we waste on questions is a moment Tavis and his traitors have to prepare for us. The senators have asked that you appear in their office at the Senate Tower immediately to testify in the inquiry. I am barred from influencing your testimony, but I will remind you that the more information that becomes public, the harder our job becomes.
It's my duty to provide accurate information to the Senate.
And I would certainly never advise you against keeping the Senate fully informed of our activities, Lieutenant. The senators are already waiting for you. Hurry back to the Senate Tower and try to get this over with quickly. Garza out.
As if we didn't have enough problems already.
Make yourself comfortable. On behalf of the Senate of the Galactic Republic, I want to thank you for appearing on such short notice for this informal inquiry.
Just doing my duty, sir.
I assure you, we will not hold you from your duties any longer than necessary, Lieutenant.
The purpose of this inquiry is to investigate the defection of several members of Republic Army Special Forces Squad number 326, codenamed Havoc Squad, to the Sith Empire.
Now, you recently served in Havoc Squad on Ord Mantell, Lieutenant. Is that correct?
That's right, Senator.
While serving on Ord Mantell, all of the members of Havoc Squad, excluding yourself, defected to the Sith Empire. Is that correct?
If you're looking to make a point here, just say it.
Lieutenant, you are a soldier of the Republic, and sworn to obey the commands of the Senate.
Please, we're only trying to discover the truth. If critical members of the Republic Armed Forces have defected, we'll need to take proper precautions.
Now, did Commander Tavis or any of the other members of Havoc Squad show signs of, say, instability, anger, frustration?
Yes, they were all pretty off balance.
Lieutenant, let us speak hypothetically. Do you believe that anyone serving on Ord Mantell should have seen this situation coming?
I don't think anyone could have seen this coming, sir.
Commander Tavis and the others must have been quite subtle indeed. I have one final question, Lieutenant. What connection, if any, exists between the events that occurred on Ando Prime and Havoc Squad's decision to defect?
Senator, I would remind you that the circumstances of Ando Prime are classified and occurred before the Lieutenant's involvement in Havoc Squad. You may ignore that question, Lieutenant.
Tavis said the Republic left Havoc to die on Ando Prime. Is that true?
As I said, Lieutenant, that subject is classified. You needn't trouble yourself about it.
Your part in this inquiry is concluded. You may return to your duties now.
Goodbye, Lieutenant.
It's good you've arrived, Lieutenant. We have a great deal to discuss. First, let me congratulate you for your work on the Black Sun operation. You did well disabling that nerve gas. Also, that prototype blaster you confiscated will teach us a great deal about the Black Sun sources.
Whoever the Black Sun sources are, they're good.
And whatever you hope to achieve with your Senate testimony, you certainly didn't make my job any easier.
This isn't about making your job easy, General.
The easier my job is, the easier your job is, Lieutenant. Try to keep that in mind. On to more pressing issues. My agents have discovered a vital new link to Havoc Squad here on Coruscant. Jack Carden, the founder of Havoc Squad and Commander Tavis's former mentor, has been spotted on the city's lower levels. He's serving as an officer in a local vigilante group.
This guy's on Coruscant, and we didn't know until now?
No one knew where Carden had gone. The man is a ghost. Carden resigned his commission and disappeared after the debacle on Ando Prime. If he's turned up now, it can't be a coincidence.
This guy's involved. I know it.
If possible, I'd like you to capture Carden alive. If he is involved in the defection, he could provide us with invaluable intelligence. The vigilante group Carden is working with is called the SWTOR Brigade. They control a large area of Coruscant's lower levels and are openly hostile to all outsiders.
Why do we tolerate these hostile groups here on Coruscant?
Most areas are safe. These sectors are the last pockets of lawlessness, aftermath of the Imperial attack. Our surveillance shows that Carden spends most of his time in the SWTOR's main base. You will attempt to capture him there. Carden is a crucial link to Tavis and the rest of the Havoc traitors, Lieutenant. Bring him in no matter what it takes.
I'll have Carden back here on the double, sir.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. Dismissed.
Listen to me, Carden. Helping you has already put my operation at risk. You will do exactly as I say, when I say, or...
Or you'll what, Captain? I'm not one of your lock-stepping drones. This part of the op is mine. End of discussion.
How dare you?
Intruders! Put those blasters on the floor, soldiers. Nice and slow.
Imperial soldiers. So you are a traitor. Just like Tavis and the others.
You're gonna pay for what you've done, Carden. You, Tavis, everyone.
Not gonna happen, soldier. Now drop that weapon before... A Havoc badge? Is this a joke? No, no. You must be the new recruit Tavis told me about. So you survived after all. Can't say I'm surprised, honestly. Havoc always did recruit the best.
I don't want to hurt anyone, but I will.
You are persistent, soldier, I'll give you that. I'm impressed. I didn't think the old lady would send someone after me so quickly. After all these years, Garza still hasn't lost her edge.
What are you waiting for, Carden? Kill the whelp! Or do you lack the true resolve to fight for the Empire?
My loyalty is to Tavis, not to your Empire and not to anyone else. You want the trooper dead, you take care of it. I don't kill good soldiers. I'm heading down to the works to make sure everything is prepped.
You aren't going anywhere.
Do yourself a favor and die now, soldier, before you get in any deeper over your head.
Open fire, men!
Lieutenant, is it my imagination, or were those Imperial soldiers you just fought?
You must have finally lost it, Garza.
When I want a useless answer to a question, Lieutenant, I'll ask for it. This is serious. Imperial soldiers in uniform operating on the lower levels of Coruscant, and Republic security knows nothing about it? Incredible. We need to learn more about this link between the Justicars and the Empire. If they're hosting our enemies, they might have some useful information for us.
I'll see what I can find down here, sir. Where should I start looking?
Surveillance shows that the Justicars have their primary computer terminal in that base. Find the necessary access card and activate that computer terminal. My technicians can then slice in and uncover everything the Justicars and Imperials have been up to.
You really think the Justicars keep data on all of Carden's activities?
As ex-military, I'm confident that they will have all their operations and personnel well documented. Just find the access card for the Justicar's primary computer terminal and activate it. My technicians will take care of the rest from here. Garza out. Good work, Lieutenant. My technicians are accessing the Justicar files now. Patrol schedules, supply manifests, prisoner records. Ah, Carden, you. I think we've found what we're looking for, Lieutenant. You have a new target.
Are you saying the old man isn't my objective anymore?
Carden is still an objective, but not your only objective. Carden had the Justicars work with the Imperials to hijack and rebuild an abandoned Republic communications relay, down in an industrial area called the Works. Apparently Tavis and his followers are using this relay to route all of their interplanetary communications. If we destroy it, the traitors will be completely cut off from one another.
Taking the traitors down will be a lot easier if they're isolated.
I'm sending Sergeant Mathen to bring you the explosives you'll need to destroy the relay. He'll rendezvous with you shortly.
I'll meet up with Sergeant Mathen ASAP.
One last thing. Carden didn't seem to mesh with the Imperials. I don't think he's as convinced of their supremacy as his protégés are. You're sure to find him guarding that comm relay. Kill him if you have to, Lieutenant, but try to persuade him to surrender peacefully first.
I'll give it my best shot, General.
Please do, Lieutenant. Carden's only concern is the safety of the former Havoc members. He may not be loyal to us, but he isn't loyal to the Empire either. Convince him that it's in the best interest of Tavis and the others for him to surrender. That's the best way to sway him.
Can't hurt to see if Carden will listen to reason.
I know Jack Carden, Lieutenant. Convince him that surrendering is the only way that everyone comes out of this alive, and we'll have him. Now, hurry and rendezvous with Sergeant Mathen. You'll need those explosives regardless of what happens with Carden. Good luck. Garza out.
There, LT. Sergeant Mathen reporting for duty with fun toys in tow, sir.
You must have really hauled to get here so fast.
What can I say, sir? Garza says run, so I run. First item of business is your detonator, sir. A Zerka Arms 53R high-yield thermite explosive. Guaranteed to get a party started. Or ended.
How far away should I be when this thing detonates?
Well, tempting as it is to watch this thing go off, you'll want to be a good way off when it does, sir. Now, the comm relay you're going after is in the Works, an industrial area on the lower levels of Coruscant. It's a dangerous place, LT. Besides the Imperials you're bound to find, the rogue service droids down there will squash anyone they can get their big metal claws around.
Things just keep getting better.
Once you've made your way to the relay, plant that detonator on the generator coupling at the center and clear out of there before it goes off. That's all there is to it, LT. I won't hold you up any longer. Good luck.
Still alive, huh? You really should have gotten out of this while you were ahead, soldier. Now you're a risk to Tavis and the rest of my people. So Havoc Squad or not, I'm going to have to kill you.
If you cared about Tavis and the others, you wouldn't have let them defect.
I've made my choice. Tavis, Wraith, Needles, Gearbox, Fuse, they're like my children, and I abandoned them. I resigned and left them to fight alone, just to make a point. They need my help now more than ever. I'm not going to abandon them. Not this time.
Hope you've had a good life, you old fool.
Let's see what you're made of, soldier.
Ah, the hero of the hour. I'm proud of you, Lieutenant. You've done well.
Just doing my job.
Defeating a legend like Carden was no small feat. Having him alive might have been useful, but his death will strike a terrible blow to morale among the former Havoc members.
I'll make sure those traitors know who took Carden down.
Then we'd better get you started, Lieutenant. The Justicar's computer files included messages relayed between 4 locations. Our technicians are working to pinpoint those locations now. There can be no doubt that the messages will lead us to the other traitors. Thanks to your efforts, we'll be able to bring them all to justice very soon.
What are my orders in the meantime?
As it happens, we've already discovered the location of one of the Havoc traitors, Wraith. You remember Senator Krasul from your meeting with the Senate earlier? Wraith kidnapped him from his home just afterward. We've tracked them to a remote space station called Port Raga.
How could Wraith manage to kidnap a Republic senator?
Wraith was chosen for Havoc Squad for a reason. Her skills are exceptional. One of our teams is already en route to Port Raga. They'll investigate the situation and give you a detailed report on arrival. You've accomplished some amazing things, Lieutenant. But there's no time for a break yet. Whatever Wraith is planning, we cannot allow her to succeed. Understood?
What about transport, General?
Havoc Squad requires its own starship for operational flexibility. A ship has already been transferred to your command. It's waiting at the spaceport now.
You're the best CO ever.
Put it to good use, Lieutenant. Fly to Port Raga and meet with the advance team immediately. Your orders are to rescue Senator Krasul and capture or eliminate Wraith at all costs. Good luck, Lieutenant. Dismissed.
Let's get out there and take down some traitors.
Calling Coruscant Spaceport Authority. Request permission to depart.
You are cleared for departure. Have a pleasant flight.
Well, if it isn't the man himself. I was hoping Garza would send you to handle this one. I'd have preferred getting together somewhere a bit more private than a hostage situation. But this will just have to do.
I'm sure we can find a way to get alone together sooner or later.
I'd like that very much. Let's start with the accommodations. Port Raga is privately owned and officially neutral, but Wraith and her pals have taken over behind the scenes. My boys and I managed to tweak the sensors and keep your landing inconspicuous, but as soon as you step out of this hangar, it's party time.
How many am I up against?
We couldn't get a solid count without giving ourselves away. Somewhere between a lot and a whole lot. All Imperial. Wraith has Krasul locked up in a hangar at the other end of the station. There's heavy security plus a big bonus. Explosives. Not enough bang to trash the station, of course. But plenty to ruin your day if you're in that hangar when they blow. Play it careful in there.
Are you bringing your team in with us, Sergeant?
I'd love to, but Garza's orders were pretty clear. Havoc goes in alone. We'll get your back if things go bad, though. I'd say it's time to get out there and get our senator back. What do you say?
Now you'll see how Havoc Squad gets things done.
I'm looking forward to it. See you on the other side, Lieutenant. Good luck.